So rumor has it you can only get this in Kentucky now. Greetings. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. How are you? I need to point out something very important to me on this. Barrel on 7/7/14. Coincidentally, my birthday is on July 7th. 43.3%. Oh god. This is one of the lower proof bottles I've done in quite a while. A lot of the stuff I usually drink / open is over 50% typically. Oh, you want me to answer that question at the start? Sure. A lot of wax on this, by the way. From what I have heard and what I looked up on Google before I started this, is that these single barrels from Evan Williams, why? Are no longer available in most of the United States. They have limited it to just Kentucky. The reason being that they also do Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, and I believe what's the other one? Evan Williams 1883. I'll put a picture up somewhere. So to keep their single barrel selection going, they have limited it to Kentucky only. I'm realizing I may have to get a sharp object for this. Let's use my teeth. Aha! Yeah. Delicious. I'm both amazed that worked and also like, of course it worked. I'm a goddamn animal. Once you get it going, it comes off pretty easily. He said before he actually got it all off. There we go. This is the exciting part for everyone, but it's important for people to know how difficult it's going to be to open. I almost took some of the cork out there. That's funny. Stay down before I take you off. I will say, I actually have been to Evan Williams. Was it 2 years ago now? Oh, time. And it was where I was able to fill my own bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which is delicious. Very excitable. We begin with the color. It's beautiful. It's a nice bourbony amber color. I mean, the problem when I do the color is that it's a bourbon and it looks like bourbon. Amber hue. This one's a little got a yellow tint to it. It's lighter than I prefer. I usually like a darker colored bourbon for, I don't know what reason. It looks pretty. But this is nice. This is what I expect to see when I get a bourbon just about anywhere. So let us find out what this single barrel is all about. Remember, single barrel means just one barrel, and there's going to be variations throughout them. Similar to blends. We don't talk about that. Actually, I talk about that all the time. On to the nose. Ooh. So I got oak and some kind of fruit and a little bit of funk. I nearly forgot about Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. I always get a strange musty funkiness with, so I'm not sure if I'm going to find it on this. There's a sugary vanilla, and I've been having this happen a lot. It seems to be a tartness that I'm leaning towards apple, and I don't remember when that started happening, but it's become more and more frequent lately with some bourbons. And there's cinnamon and vanilla, of course there is. Brown sugar. These are all very common bourbon notes. I'm getting a lot of fruit vibes, but I can't pinpoint what. There's a couple that have gone through my head. I'm like, why? Kiwi, banana peel, technically. Those don't quite land. I'm also thinking about the proof because it is such a low proof from what I'm accustomed to. It feels like there's less. And I know a lot of other people have had that kind of experience where they're so used to higher proof bourbons and they feel like they can get more out of it just because it's a higher proof and it seems like it carries more. I would put this under an introductory bourbon category simply because of the proof. But enough about the nose. It smells like a really good bourbon, or at least an enjoyable bourbon, but we will find out now. First sip, pretty good. This is what I was concerned about, though, is that because I'm so used to higher proof bourbons, this seemed a little thinner, but not too bad. I mean, it's just the finish itself, it's leaving a little dryness on my tongue. But now I'm going to hold in my palate for a moment, swirl around a little bit, and see what else I can derive from that. Ooh. Vanilla chocolate chip cookie, touch of cinnamon. pepper. Nice little prickly pepper note. Mm. This has a lot more going for it. What's awful to me is, personally, is that I am looking for something I don't like. I don't want to do that, but since I have a long history with Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, this is Evan Williams, except it's not Bottle and Bond. So I keep expecting it to show up. It hasn't. Hey, like if you're out at a farm, or specifically, I've been to a horse's stables that's in the area, and it's a big old place near where I grew up. So that's an ingrained memory. One more time, roll on palate, see what else there is. Mouthfeel gets better as you roll it around a little. Mm. Yeah, vanilla, spice, chocolate chip cookie. Mm. Very enjoyable. It has a lot more complexity to it than I expected. I was expecting it to just be, kind of just a bourbon, but I can see why it is popular with many bourbon drinkers because I believe this was about 35, 40 bucks. It was not what I would feel is expensive. That is still expensive to me. But in general, for a bourbon of this quality, the price was right. And it is sad that this will no longer be available in the rest of the country. Thankfully, the Evan Williams bottle in Bond is, as is the Evan Williams 1783 small batch. So you do have other options. Well, there you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.